Hey guys, Master Bart here. Welcome back. Today I'd like to talk to you about one group of students that we work with in the school. These are called our extreme students. They're typically the ages between 10 and 14 years old. Um, this is kind of one of the most interesting groups that we work with for me personally. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a 4-part series. So I'm going to be talking about them 4 different times on 4 different areas. We like to see them in terms of physical development, emotional development, intellectual development, and social development. I'm an occupational therapist and I am a parent as well. So I like to start with physical because I think physical development is where it all starts. It's what makes everything tick, everything function. And you'll see this all the time. People like on the telephone, walking around, because that walking gives energy. That walking inspires thought. Physical exercise starts everything in the body happening. So I'd like to start with physical development, 10 through 14-year-olds. And so this is going to be part 1. And so physical development. As parents, I think we need to be really, really tough here. Physical development is so important for children. We see it all the time. Kids come into the school, they can't reach their feet without bending their knees. Their endurance is poor. Flexibility, obviously. Just their confidence, their way of doing things is just really diminished. And this is mostly in children that have challenges in the physical development area, right? So as a parent, we can accept that the children, it's not their thing. They don't like sports or they don't like this, or, okay, we can accept that. But as a parent, it's really important. We're constantly providing them with physical activity. And some of that physical activity they're going to like, and some of that physical activity they're not going to like. In either case, it's something that we really need to make sure they're participating in. Physical development is going to be everything, and our parenting skills, how we're going to get them to participate in physical activities, is really going to be challenging. Stretching, jumping, running. These are all parts of physicality for children. If they're not participating in it, they're going to be more prone to exercise injuries, right? If they want to play football on the front lawn with their friends or their family, they can pull a muscle. They'll be predisposed to physical illnesses as they get older, right? Diabetes, becoming overweight. There's so many things that that happen because we don't encourage them and really make them become more physical. So it's really up to us as parents to get them to do that. At 10 through 14, there's so many changes going on in the body at this time, right? So so they're just starting to sprout new muscles, among other things, right? They're becoming more and more adult-like. They just haven't figured out how to use all this power, how it all goes together, how they coordinate themselves with all these new changes. And sometimes they have these things called growing pains. For us, it's dangerous because it affects their joints, and we need their joints to work really well for kicking, for stretching, for blocking. So these growth pains, really challenging for the kids. It is painful, but they get over it. You just have to keep them involved, and keep making them work at their physicality, because that's what it's all about for them. So at this age, among the physical things that are going on, they struggle so hard to fit in and be cool. It's all about who's the coolest, who could be cool, right? So the things like scouts, like martial arts, like musical arts, like drawing, these arts, those are the ones that provide avenues for physical activity. they're also the ones that can be perceived as uncool, right? Oh, what are you kicking? You're learning to kick, or oh, you're learning to sing, you know? So these things require perseverance, discipline, and they focus on a physical element, so they can be perceived as uncool. But you want to get them involved in these activities, in these sports, really for their sake. So typically at this age, we see them demonstrate really nice technique, and we see them demonstrate nice technique because their muscles are developing, because they're starting to learn how to coordinate better. So you're going to see really, really cool, snappy, precise, really cool techniques out of them. Their agility, if they are physical at all, is going to be above average. They should be so agile at this point. I mean, you know, running and just manipulating their bodies through time and space. Phenomenal at this age, right? So you'll see that, and it's really a landmark for them, right? So their technique and their agility should be, you know, really pristine. But here's the thing. Laziness. Laziness is their challenge, right? So if they're doing something and it's very easy, they're going to be lazy and it's going to come out sloppy. And so a general theme, 10 through 14, is this sloppiness. Sloppiness in the way they dress, sloppiness in the way they do chores, and sloppiness, yes, in their homework. And so the sloppiness, the laziness, it all affects their total outcome of whatever task they're working on, right? So what are some of the things that we can expect? So definitely we can expect sloppiness on everything. Give them a task, it's going to be done sloppy. Silliness. Okay, so if you give them something that's really challenging, right? Let's say something they haven't really done before, and something that is just a tad above what they're able to do, they're going to be silly. And the silliness is a sign that it's challenging for them, because they're going to be like, you know, be silly about it so that it doesn't look like they're unable to do it, right? So it's a cover up, a mask, right? And a lack of awareness on how to use their strengths to assist them in the things that they're weaker in, right? So sometimes you can use one area. Let's say they're very good intellectually. Let's say they have great perseverance, great discipline. They could chart things. They could figure things out. They could use that information to help them develop on a physical level. They just don't know how to do that yet. So it's our job to kind of help them with that. So what are the goals for this age group? What are some of the things we want to work on? We want to teach them how to use dexterity in all their tasks. And I'm not talking about physical dexterity so much as I'm talking about mental dexterity, being able to use skills from here to help over here, like being really flexible with their mental processing on a physical level, right? So that we want to teach them. We want to teach them how to apply effort in all their tasks, not just the tasks they enjoy, but the ones they don't enjoy. Some of them that are too easy for them to do. And if you could teach them how to apply effort in those areas, everything they do will start to improve, right? So we want to teach them how to do that. And then we want to help them increase their strength by applying power and mechanics to what they're doing, right? So something really simple like a push-up. If you have better technique, better body mechanics, better positioning, often the hands are way past their shoulders, which makes it really hard for them to push up. But if you get those arms under the shoulder, a simple mechanical alteration will help them on a physical level, you know? So that's it for physicality, 10 through 14. Next time we meet, we're going to be talking about intellectual development, 10 through 14. This is a really great area. So comment below if you have any questions, you have anything to add, and we'll see you next time. Like, share, and subscribe. Cool stuff out there. I'm here for you. Let's get this out to all the parents and raise some awesome kids. See you guys next time.